Well, hello again. This is Ray Morales for Nbvo, and this is our recreational forum, adaptive rec forum, we call it. And tonight, our guests, we have more than one. It's a husband and wife team. It's Courtney and Janice Walth.
Hello.
And just say hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. Pleasure to be here.
And
Hello.
they're going to be talking. Janice is a world class archer, and she is going to tell us a little bit about what she does and how she does it with the help of her husband. He's also her coach and mentor as far
Yes.
as being the boss. Oh, did I say something?
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm going to turn
You
it
were
over to
doing
you
good,
guys.
Ray, but
All right, it's up to you. It's all on your shoulders now. Go ahead.
okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for inviting us to speak to your group about archery and as it pertains to a person who's blind or visually impaired. I am totally blind. I have retinitis pigmentosa, so I haven't always been totally blind, but I've always been legally blind. I was born legally blind and lost my sight as an adult. And so when I met Courtney, um, he had just started shooting archery and he was enjoying it. Largo,
Yeah, I got it. Margo, stop it.
too noisy. He was shooting and enjoying it, and sorry for the background noise. I know it's just too noisy.
Go ahead.
There you go. Okay. Um, and so I was going with him to archery practice and tournaments, and people were having a nice time, enjoying the company, really nice people. And Courtney was having fun with a friend of ours shooting. And I thought, I wonder, I'd just like to see what it's like to, feel like what it's like to shoot a bow. I'd done it, of course, in high school. Everybody did it. A lot of people have did it for PE, in high school. But, there's no good, there wasn't in those days any good training or, about it. They just gave you the bow. And so I thought, it's really interesting. I'd like to know what it's like to draw that bow back and to hear the arrow hit the target and just know what that's all about. So I kind of did some, this was back in 2003, and I did some email searching to see if there's anybody that's blind that shoots archery and what kind of technique are they using for sighting. How do you sight, how do you aim? And the only thing I found at that time was over in Great Britain, British Blind Sports. They had an archery program. They had a very active archery program, and they did competitions and everything. And so I emailed them, and they sent us pictures of what they use for their sighting equipment. And Courtney built my first. Well, he's built all my setups. He was able to take what they had done and then and build it for me, and then make improvements. As I got a little more familiar with the technique and all that, he was able to make improvements on the sighting equipment. He's going to show you the sighting equipment and explain it to you. I know some of you might have some sight, and I know not all of you, but he's going to kind of try and show it to you, and I'm going to explain to you how it works. It's low tech. It's not high tech. We don't use sound like they use in air rifle for the blind. They use audio, but this is a touch method, basically. You shoot the bow virtually the same as any sighted archer. The form is the same. The consistency of shooting that bow is what's important. Aiming is just it's a very small part of performing that shot properly. And so the big thing is if your equipment is lined up properly for you, from the start, then you can make your own adjustments to it to get you sighted into the target, and and then you have to perform that shot consistently, and that's the hard part about archery, and the fun part, the challenging part. It's not an easy sport for sure, but it's very rewarding. And it's a neat sport because it's not a sport that you would think of for a blind person, right? It's unusual. It's not something that would pop into your mind. So knowing that you can do it and doing it and being able to compete if you choose to compete is very rewarding, because you're doing something that the blind community and the sighted world wouldn't think you'd be able to do. So that makes it very rewarding. So when I got started and I did, I've been able to take it all the way to the world championship level, which has been a lot of fun and totally unexpected. All I was thinking was that I was going to try it out, but I discovered how much I enjoy competing and meeting all the visually impaired archers all over the world. And we're really growing the sport, trying to get bigger, which we have through this past 20 plus years of my doing it. We are growing the participation, and right now we compete up to the world championship level and are working towards getting accepted into the full Paralympic Games, which may happen in 2032, and when it's in Australia. So that's what we're striving for, full inclusion. We shoot under World Archery rules, which World Archery is under the International Paralympic Committee, which is part of the International Olympic Committee. We shoot and we have rules under that, and there are specifications for the sighting equipment, measurements, that type of thing that you have to stay within. And there are rules for visually impaired archers under the Paralympic category. And the one specifically a visually impaired archer needs a spotter when we're going to compete. And a spotter, their responsibilities are to tell us where our arrows are landing on the target face. So you can use whatever technique the archer can understand, but for me and for most people, it's the color, the ring each ring has a different color on the target, and the clock face, because that's understandable. Clock face, 12 o'clock is up and 6 o'clock's down, and then in between you can visualize that. So that's what the spotter that's the information. The spotter does not aim me. He does not tell me where to aim the bow. That's what my sighting equipment's for. And the spotter tells me where my arrows are landing. If my spotter is also a coach, which Courtney is, he can give me in between my shots. He can give me little pointers. You moved your head, you dropped your arm, things like that. What a coach would tell you to help you with that next shot. But while you're at full draw, you're on your own. And when you perform that shot properly, you can feel really good about it, and when you don't, you own that too. And so it's not a team effort. If you'd like, we could go outside now and kind of explain the equipment. Is that okay?
Yes, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Welcome to Dan.
Can you? Yeah.
Where's the quiver?
Oh, I got it right here.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I can put.
Okay. All right. All right. We had some pretty nice weather here. It hit 60 real quick, but it went right down. I'll leave the door open.
Yeah, tell everyone where you're at, Courtney.
We're in Lodi, California. That's pretty much central. We're 40 miles south from Sacramento. We're kind of nestled in a nice place. Hour and a half from San Francisco. We have an hour and a half to the Sierras, 2.5 hours to Lake Tahoe, 3 hours to Yosemite. So yeah, we very fortunate here.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can turn the picture around. Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
You want
Okay.
me to point out are you going to?
Just a moment. So for those who can see, this is what the target saying look like. What we have there, we have the yellow, red, blue, black, and white. There's two numbers in each of the colors. So the inside of the yellow is 10, and the outside is 9
Points.
So right here we have 10, then 9, 8, 7. So each number 6, 5, that's in the blue, 4, 3 is in the black, 1 and 2 and 1 in the white. All right. This is Janice's setup right there. What we have a normal sight that I hook onto a regular bow, be like mine. I'm sorry here. Let me see here. This is my bow. And so that's my sight there. And she has a sight too.
Mine's on the tripod.
Hers is on the tripod. The tripod is hooked into the foot locator. The foot locator comes down and there's that's where she puts her feet. What do you call this, Janice? Foot markers. There's one there and there's one right over here.
I put my feet alongside those. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll okay, why don't you step on it? Vargo.
And so I straddle the shooting line, and the foot locator is put
Go ahead, speak up.
across the shooting line, so that I'm standing in the same place every time I return to the line, which is really important because if I'm not in exactly the same spot, my sighting is going to be off. My equipment will not be.
This here, it would be the shooting line right here, the
Yeah.
black line.
Okay, so I put my feet alongside the foot markers, and I put my heels back up against the foot locator, which is going across the shooting line. My tripod is to the left of me, and it's like Courtney said, it's attached to the foot locator. It's to my left, and it's holding my sight that is on top of it. And there's a little I use a acorn screw nut, sorry, an acorn nut as my tactile touch. Okay, so
Let me see if I get it there.
okay, he's gonna try and show it.
Go ahead.
And so when I raise the bow and start to draw, I put my hand that's holding the bow, the back of my hand is going to touch that acorn nut. And that's my aiming. I have to put it in the same spot each time. And that's giving me my elevation to the target and, my, so that I'm not off, it's getting me into this center of the target, supposedly, okay, if I perform the shot right. So I'm gonna draw back and show for those of you who can see, and he's gonna put it on.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna show you. She's gonna go ahead and shoot. Now her technique needs to be the same as every other archer out there.
Yeah.
So there is nothing else that's going to help her shoot this bow besides her own self.
Same technique that's taught to sighted archers.
Right.
So I was gonna have you show him where I put my hand on
I can
the
do that.
sight.
Go ahead. Okay, right now Janice is saying
I'm gonna
we call it draw up. Get ready. She's okay.
So I put my back of my hand on the sight, and then I drew back the bow and shot. So
Her bow setup is identical to my bow, to Brady Ellison's bow, which he's the United States Olympian, the best archer, quote, I think is supposed to be in the world now. The only thing she doesn't have on her bow than Brady has is the sight.
I don't have my sight because my
sight's right here.
is on the tripod because I touch my sight instead of looking through it.
Right.
Okay, so now I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Any questions? Are we not being clear?
Are we clear with everything, or do you guys
Any questions about?
have any questions?
I'll keep shooting while if you want to ask any questions.
So your guide hand touches the side of
I
the.
never heard it fire.
You never heard of fire?
I didn't hear it fire.
No,
Okay,
it should be really quiet, the bow.
So do a different angle and we'll see.
Okay.
Your
So-
front hand's the one on the touching the tripod.
My left hand
Correct.
is touching
Yeah.
the tripod.
Okay, now, now,
You have a kisser button.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll get you closer here, man. Okay.
Yeah, I have
So-
a quiet bow, so you might not hear too
So
much.
now I'll give you a closer picture of her hand. Her hand, those who have shot a bow before, the one that holds the string, we call it the string hand, it comes in and anchors underneath her chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And
So
and
just like any other bow,
kisser goes
the kisser
between
touches
my lips. That's
her mouth, and that allows her to have a position for her head.
Right.
Everybody can you can use a kisser or not. The rules are the same.
How much do they draw back in competition?
You can draw back from anywhere up to
45 pounds is for visually impaired.
yeah.
45 is the limit. I only draw 30.
Okay.
We shoot visually impaired archers shoot 30 meters distance. Okay. But in the yard here, we're shooting 18 meters, which is the indoor distance that we shoot. All archers actually shoot 18 meters indoors, sighted or not. But outdoors, we go as far out as 30 meters.
Right.
So
does it do they have only allow certain types of bows
you
for
can
everybody
visually
have to be
impaired,
the same?
recurve or compound bow for visually impaired.
Is
There's-
it 65 or 80% let off?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
Oh.
what you have for a compound.
Okay.
The compound is like an aid, they say. So it's not any advantage to shoot a
Right.
compound versus a
Right.
recurve.
That's how compound got into the Paralympics archery in the first place, is because they considered it a shooting aid. But for as far as for visually impaired, they don't consider that there's any advantage compound over recurve for a visually impaired archer. So that's why the rules have allowed you to shoot either one.
Yeah.
And
You
still be on the
using
same.
a release or you use fingers?
So I shoot recurve, so I shoot fingers.
Okay. Yeah.
My
And I was going to say, men and women compete together. It's not a separate category.
Yeah. Does it matter what type of arrow?
No, it's all about tuning. So when you,
It doesn't matter if you shoot carbon, aluminum, or wood.
No,
Okay.
hang on a minute. I'm back here. No, it doesn't matter if you shoot carbon, wood, or whatever.
no, I don't know if they allow wood.
Well, they're both. But anyway,
Visually impaired.
it's whatever gives you the best response
So now
on
we're
your bow.
out across the yard, and we're gonna. I
Yeah.
probably didn't shoot very well, but I'm gonna show you anyway.
Okay. So she's shooting a much smaller target. Let me be. For those who can see, there's her group.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a smaller target than what he was showing
Yeah.
you. It's considered a 40 centimeter target. It's the indoor target. It's the indoor target that sighted archers use. Visually impaired archers use a 60 centimeter target for indoor, but I shoot at the smaller one because, well, I like the challenge, and then it's supposed to if I use this size target, it kind of simulates if I'm shooting the outdoor distance on a bigger target. So it's kind of gives me an idea how I'm doing, indoor or outdoor.
So what we try to do for all the for all the archers that if we coach them or whatever is try to make it as what do you call it? not personal, but
What?
what's that?
User friendly.
User friendly, but independently. She wants to be
Oh, yeah.
independent. So
Right.
when I shoot with Janice, I go out to 60 meters. Well, she'll have a rope tied to the side of the target. And so when we're practicing, she'll walk down by herself, and there's a knot on the rope before she hits the arrow. So she has to walk into the arrow. When
Yeah.
when she hits the arrow, then she can wand either her cane or something in her hand and catch the first arrow, and then keep on wanding.
I can pull my own.
Afterwards.
Go back and get out of the sun.
Yeah, and then the same principle when she walks back to the tripod or her bow.
Yeah.
There's a knot before she gets there, and that's all of them right there.
Here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I can, come down and I can see how my group, this was a nice group, but I don't know where they're at. And a lot of times Courtney will put
Right here.
like a peg.
The center.
He'll put a little something here so I can feel where center is, so I know where I'm shooting. So I can feel this is a nice group, but it's up and right. It's like in the 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So if I was saying call this for her, and if she was shooting, okay, this would be simple. Would be this red one. I said red at 1 o'clock, blue at 12:30, blue at 2:30. Then we have 2 misses. So you got to call the misses so she knows what she's doing. So 1 miss at 1 and a miss at 2. So that gives her an idea what she's doing wrong, and go from there. Now, when she comes down and feels her group, that's one thing too, is then now she can feel what she's doing right. So she has a good group, but they're up to the right-hand corner.
So now I could move my sight myself. I could lower it some and adjust it left or right, because Courtney has gotten me sighted in already with my sighting equipment, and now it's adjustable. So either he can do it for me, or I can do it myself. And so that's really important to be able to.
So let's see how this works out. So you're going to lower, Janice. Whoops. You're going to lower it.
I'm going to lower my sight. So I know up here, I take the top knob and I twist it.
And now that will lower the acorn nut. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And so now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it to the left. I'm going to turn this knob, which moves my acorn nut to the left a little bit. I'm just going to try.
and that's called the windage.
Yeah, the left and right is called windage.
Yeah. So now
Is it kind of the same like when sighting in, where your trigger squeeze is generally left and right and your breathing is up and down? Is it kind of the same?
Oh, I don't know.
Where you might be shooting high because you're not shooting at the right
there could
when
be
you're
different
breathing.
reasons.
that technique there, that's very true. And some people will pay a lot of attention to it. It's kind of natural. It's kind of natural for me when I come back. I kind of, maybe let my air slowly out.
Yeah.
It needs to be consistent. And I remember being taught that early on. That Tim Mills said to us, it doesn't matter what you do with your breathing, but you just need to do it every time.
The same.
Right.
So yes, you need to breathe the same every time. And I believe I do it the same every time.
Okay. Does anybody need to, those who can see it, have me show you something on why she shoots? Do you want to see your hand position? Do you want to see her shoot, or do you want to see her anchor point? Or
Yeah, you can show like the hand positions and all that stuff.
again, okay, like the backside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So she got herself set up.
I loaded my arrow. Now I'm getting ready.
Just like any heavy competition, mental game is important. Okay.
And then normally Courtney would call where the arrow landed.
Black at 3.
So black at 3. I'm still on the right. I'm going to try and work with my form to do better on
The
that.
hardest thing for the visually impaired is when they're shooting, you're on a pivot. So if she moves her body an eighth of an inch, it's going to be 6 or 7 inches off back there when she hits the target.
That's just shooting bow, period.
Yeah. And so that was a red at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so that was better.
Better.
Yeah. And you know, when you're in competition, you know, there's just a lot of mental work that you have to do to keep yourself zoned into what you're doing. White at 2,
Oh,
white at 130.
So my buddy does this. He was the second alternate for Special Olympics like 2 or 3 ago. And he always wanted me to do it, but he has a coach that tells him where to aim and stuff and when to release.
Okay. Now
I don't think he has a tripod like that.
Okay.
now,
But
did
I
you
don't
say
have
that's
somebody with
That's
that
red
kind of
3.
patience.
red 3? That's better. Now, did you say that's Special Olympics or Paralympics?
Yes.
Special Olympics.
Special Olympics,
So,
yeah.
see, they would shoot under different rules.
Rules. Yeah.
Okay.
But you wouldn't, for you, because you wouldn't shoot in Special Olympics, you would shoot under the Paralympics. And
Well,
you would not,
he's just like us. So
No, wait a minute. Now, Special Olympics are people who have
intellectual disabilities.
disability. They're not blind or they're not.
he's legally blind plus he has a TBI. So
Okay. I wonder how that falls because he cannot be told where to shoot.
Is that like Wounded Warriors or one of those?
maybe
It's Wounded
Okay,
Warriors.
then that's different.
Yeah.
Different rules.
Different rules.
Yeah. We done a lot of work with the Warriors black at 2.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
On the archery competitions, I say similar like golf tournaments where everybody's okay, they're getting ready. Everything's quiet, hush while you're shooting, or are people making noise, or
It
it's like,
depends on the archer itself.
Yeah. I mean,
Some archers like the Yahoo and stuff like that, and some archers like to be quiet.
Has any of the blinded archers ever been able to shoot an apple off somebody's head?
No,
but I've shot an apple that was positioned
On a string?
in the center of the
No,
target.
what happened was she was
yeah.
she was doing a news report, and they asked the same thing about, you know, would you ever shoot an apple off somebody's head? And we laughed and said no.
I said, no, I would never.
Red, blue, 1 o'clock.
That's better. See, I did better this time.
And so what I did is I took an arrow and I stuck it behind the target through, and I put the apple dead center. Well, it took her first shot was dead.
First,
Was it?
I had been shooting because they were.
Well, yes.
Remember, I'd been shooting a lot because they were video, and then they decided to put the apple there, and I think I shot 2,
Okay.
and I didn't hit it, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to get really tired. I got to do this or else it's never going to happen. And that next arrow went right in the center of the apple.
Okay.
Great.
Let's talk about our group. You notice that the group is right here. Okay. And it came down. She lowered her sight. It came down, but didn't go over to the left far enough. Okay. That's red at 1.
Okay. And that one's
Red at 5.
okay. So yeah, but it came over a little bit.
Yeah, it came over a little bit. So she would have 2 choices. One more time, she can use the windage, or I can move the stand a little bit to make the difference.
Yeah.
The windage is micro movements. Okay. When we need to move the stand to make a major move, then we use the stand.
The actual, he can show you how he moves let's do that. You can show him how he moves it from behind, and we slide the back of it. Did I get him up?
Yeah.
Yeah. We slide the back of it. So if we're sliding the back of it and we need the arrows to come to the left a little bit, we're going to have to slide the back of the foot locator to the right. Okay.
Okay. So this is what I came up with. Let me get down here and show you. All right. Right here. Okay. So now she needs to move it more to the left. I would
Needs to be pointing.
loosen the knob. Then I take this and I turn this and I'm going to push the back end to the right.
Yeah. So that'll make the front end point left.
Yep.
Okay.
There. And then I just sign it up. Now what I did is moved her feet to the
Move my
feet to the right, which was a point her body to the left. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're taking everything and you did this. Okay, you just moved it this way. Instead of moving the front, we moved the back.
You just moved your
the back of
your back foot.
Yeah.
One-
But
So
I
you
moved
move your front foot, so your
Right. But
It's
see,
body
this
goes to the left.
this whole thing is connected. It's
so
all
it
one
all-
solid piece.
to my form. My form stays
And
intact.
then we have a pivot on the front that is
See, so
pivot.
that just, yeah. Okay, so now ask questions while I shoot. Okay, go ahead and if you have any.
I have a question.
Okay.
How you doing? Good demonstration. About 3 years ago, we had a archery demo for the vision impaired at the Golden Age Games, and we had the almost the same setup, the stand, and some instructors. And one of the things, and I anticipated in it, but I was actually shooting quite a few of my
Good.
arrows low, and I know that it was kind of hard to hold that position and keep my shoulders square.
Yes.
So I think that what I'm saying is if you shoot, and I don't know how many rounds they shoot, 4 or 5 arrows a piece, 7, maybe 7, 8 rounds. How do you actually? I guess that takes a lot of practice because
It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
you think.
yeah.
It takes
Now,
a lot of practice and body awareness
Right.
type of thing, learning that. And it does help to work out. No big workout, just what do you call that? Strengthening,
isometrics.
well, but strengthening.
Yeah, strengthening, just a common thing. Now, you played sports before, right?
Yes.
Okay. What sports are you familiar with?
Well, in the visually impaired,
Or before you're visually
before
impaired?
basketball.
Good. I'm glad you said. Okay. So free throw shot. It's the same thing as a free throw shot. You're going to get somebody up there and say, hey, I never shot a ball before. They shoot a free throw. Pretty good. You put in 200 shots and you're going to get down your correct wrist action. You're going to get correct follow through. You're going to get all this stuff you're going to be working on. Same thing with archery. It's the repetition of shooting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of arrows over again. So when you go to a tournament and you're going to walk up and shoot, it's your turn and you got to shoot 72 arrows. You're going to put your best 72 arrows forward and do your best you can.
Now, real quick, is there is each round, is there a time limit to get the? Oh
Yes. For competition, there is. If you're shooting outdoor, you shoot 6 arrows in 4 minutes, and then you go score them. And each round is you do that 6 times per round.
Okay.
So
That'd be 72 arrows.
no, a round is 36 arrows.
36, yeah.
2 rounds.
2 rounds.
For competition. So it's 72 arrows altogether.
Right. You do that 2 days and you'll end up with doing that day 144 arrows for that competition.
If you're doing that kind of competition.
Yes.
World Championships, all you get for a qualifying round is that 72 arrows. And then you go into the elimination matches, which are different. So it depends on what, there's different kinds of competitions.
But what's nice about the archery, it's not a team sport where you can be upset that your teammate didn't pull through, didn't do his share, or you're upset because you didn't do your share. You pulled your team down. It's an individual sport. It's how much time you want to go through, and you get your buddies. I mean, I enjoyed a lot when all my buddies were shooting together. We're all shooting together. Well, heck, we show up to a tournament, and they had to tell us to shut up a few times because we were telling jokes all day long and laughing and cracking up. And they finally told us, you guys have to be a little quiet. People are trying to shoot. Well, it's just a good time with your friends. If you want to go take a little more serious, you can take it a little bit higher up. And it gets a little more technical at that point. But
The thing about the visually impaired category, because it's, we're trying to grow it. We're trying to get the word out there that it can be done and all that. And it's not easy to do the international competitions because you have to pay for yourself and your spotter to go. So it's like we're paying double, and there is no support, no financial support by the U.S. archery organization because we're not in the Paralympic Games yet. So it's expensive, but we have banded together internationally as visually impaired archers, which has really helped us grow and be stronger. And so when we are able to, and fortunate, to raise the money and get to those competitions, we have a real camaraderie with all the visually impaired archers, which I think is unique. It's not such a strong U.S. team bond as it is a bond between all the visually impaired archers internationally that compete, and we all know each other. And when we get there, it's such a supportive atmosphere. And when we get on the shooting line, of course, we're out to beat, whoever we can beat and do our best, but we're all friends. And
afterwards, we're friends, we're telling jokes, but on the shooting line, you just quit that and you start shooting and you want to beat them.
Yeah.
It's really
a competition,
I have another question, sort of. In golf, you can get a hole in one. In archery, wouldn't it be like if you got a bullseye, and then you got another?
It's called yeah. See that X right there? There's an X inside the 10 ring. We call that the spider.
But if you split the arrow in the center, wouldn't that be like a hole in one?
That would be a Robin Hood.
A Robin
They
Hood.
call that a Robin Hood.
They call that a Robin Hood. It's never changed. It's always been that way. Robin Hood. And everybody sits there and laughs and goes, whoa. And the guy's upset because he just wasted a $30 arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Janice's group, a much better group, much tighter. Okay. All she needed to bring it down. So
this is where
that's a 12 o'clock red.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm still high. And this one, my furthest
is blue red at 3 o'clock.
Oh, much better. My highest one is, what's this?
That's a white at 11.
Okay. So, but you see, I did bring it over to the left some. I'm still high.
Yeah.
But the majority are right here, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you would drop the sight a little bit and keep your form going, and you're right there where you need to be.
That makes sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
We also have
Especially
another question
for
real quick.
shooters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you're shooting in your backyard. Is there any things state locally that you had to do that's required to actually set up a target in your yard? And I know you're in California and I'm in Maryland, but just
Well,
Okay.
let's take that undercover.
Yeah. We need to take this over here. It is illegal to shoot in your backyard.
We have nice neighbors.
Yeah, because it is considered a weapon.
Yes.
So within the city bounds, yes. But our neighbors
don't say anything.
Are very tolerant. They don't worry about it. And Courtney has put up a backstop.
There's 2 big sheets of plywood that's about 11 feet high, and then there's a tree in front that would stop anything from going over. Will we let anybody shoot in our backyard?
We would not, no.
Because we're good enough to know to hit that.
Trust ourselves. But yes, that's a very good question though. And it's true. And it's an important one. But we knock on wood. We
Haven't had any accidents. Yeah.
very,
I think most towns have that ordinance.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Within-
believe too. I believe that
within-
they're
within the city.
city limits. Yeah.
We have, friends who have property outside city limits. And in the summertime, they let us set up the hay bales so we can get our distance shooting, and it's on their property. And we've been very fortunate. It's about 10 minutes drive out there. And so that's where we do our outdoor practice, outdoor distance practicing.
Yeah. Let me say this here for anybody who's interested in picking this up and having fun with it. If you're going to an archery range, indoor archery range, and you want to shoot it, have them bring the target in close to you, about say 10 feet.
To
Okay.
learn your form.
To
and
learn the
all
form,
that
to learn
technique.
how to handle the bow,
And then move it out.
then
from there.
move it out from that point there. Yeah.
The person that had asked the question that said that they had done it at a camp or something. Where was that? Where was that location?
It was the Veterans Annual Golden Age Games. It was 2 years ago. I'm thinking the games 2 years ago. Last year was Memphis. The year before that,
Okay, because Memphis. I think was it at because I think Dalton Greer from Music City
Yeah.
Archery. He bought a setup from us, and I wonder if it was his equipment. That's interesting because you're saying it's very much like Courtney builds these setups for. He's built them for many different people and organizations, and one of them was I thought they were in Memphis. It was called Music
Was
City.
it Nashville? No, it was Memphis.
No, it was Memphis.
it was Memphis. Now,
Yeah, so it could have been from them.
yeah, I think it was, and I just want to tell the veterans on there that might sign up for the Golden Age Games that they are the visually impaired archery this year is a medal competition. So,
Oh, cool. Now, where's it going to be this year?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa,
No,
Florida.
come on.
Yeah, that's where the alligators are.
Yeah,
And they are going to have archery.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
Well, good.
But the
Good.
thing is, it's actually going to be the same day and same time as our disc golf. So,
Okay. Well, you got to choose your.
yeah. I'm a little better at disc golf than archery. So,
Okay. Yeah. That sounds like it's a
Yeah,
lot like.
yeah.
Hey, Harvey, if you can
Yes.
get the dates to that to me, and I can get that posted on our Facebook page for other veterans that want to qualify and get their money.
Okay,
Get down
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that quick because the call-in registration is on the 28th.
there. Okay.
Yeah, I can shoot that to David. I think I got his information. I don't know if I have your.
Okay, that'll work. All right. Sorry to bother you guys.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Questions?
Yeah, more questions, guys.
I'm
I had a
good.
question, but you already answered it, so
Okay.
I'll have to think up another one.
So, I have a website, cnolimits.org, and Ray has my contact info. If anybody is interested in learning more about archery, getting started, I can help you out with, figuring out how do I get started if you'd like to try it, in your area and stuff. And, any way that we can support you, we would be happy to try.
I will
So,
also post all your information at the end of this video. So
Okay.
when they're watching it, rewatching
Uh-huh.
it later, they'll have that information.
okay,
Anybody else in the future that watches it, they can
Yeah.
contact them.
great. Because we always are excited when new
Do-
people want to join and experience it, whether it's for recreational or competitive. Of course, we are all for you being competitive.
Yeah.
But we also are happy if you just want to do it for recreational enjoyment.
Is that the same? Is that the same setup that everybody uses?
Yes. Well,
no.
everybody builds their own. That's
Okay,
the.
I gotcha.
You would
Yeah.
you would kind of have to work up from recreational to competition anyway.
You would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. To be honest, you got to just throw a lot of arrows.
I think-
Enjoy
yeah.
shooting it.
I think
Oh.
Do they just have for just a compound like that, or do they have stuff for like crossbows or anything?
no crossbows.
No crossbows.
It's compound or recurve in this.
Crossbow is all sight.
Well,
Yeah.
crossbow too.
You probably could.
It's really tough because they're so powerful.
Yeah.
And
It's hard to find a place that you can do crossbow
Yeah.
because they're so powerful. They destroy targets, and the ranges don't want them, and to have your own, if you have your own range, you're going to blow out your
Right,
targets.
right,
then.
right.
So they're
Well,
kind of persona non
I was just curious. When I was in high school, we built crossbows. And
Okay.
we used to take the big stick pins and launch them into the wall,
Oh my
and they would
gosh. Yes.
explode.
Yes, of course you did. Yeah.
All right. Any other serious questions?
I was going
No.
to say that there's in September for the people that are in Illinois or in the Chicago, close to Chicago. There's the going to be a world ranking event, para archery world ranking event. I'm hoping to attend, but if you wanted to go, if anybody was in the area wanted to see it done, how it's done and meet some visually impaired archers. I'm hoping that we're going to get a few, several visually impaired archers, and I'm hoping that I can attend. It's a world ranking event, which is very nice for competitively, and also it's very possible that will be archers from like Mexico and South America because it's a World Archery Americas tournament, and it's just kind of exciting because we're kind of starting to grow the sport more for visually impaired here in the Americas, which is very important. So that's why I would really like to attend. And so anyway,
Courtney.
that's an event that's going to be happening.
Courtney or Janice, how is that set up for a person who is paralytic?
And using a wheelchair.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Courtney, show them what you could.
if you're in a wheelchair and you're visually impaired, what you would do is, let me turn this around. Perfect. You would just straddle the chair.
With the chair.
Hang on, Mr. Janice.
On the.
Hang on.
Okay. Because we've thought about that a lot.
Okay.
And we.
Okay. So you would just straddle the chair. Now.
On the not straight, you would put the chair. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. See, straddle it, and the wheelchair guy. You can put pins down onto the dirt or on some place or tape where he can
back up to
get out of it and come right back into it if you wanted to and put his wheels there. So
the archers who use wheelchairs stay on the line. So
yes, if you want to hold this, I may do this there. There, hold it like this, and okay. So we thought about this many times. So and we also done it in San Antonio.
Yeah, at the
Wounded Warriors
camp.
Like that.
We had
a guy who was visually impaired but couldn't stand. So he was sitting on a chair, and I kind of taped the chair down because he was moving around. You would just pick up the bow.
And you would
like this.
You would lower the tripod, obviously.
Lower the tripod, and he would just sit in his chair.
Yeah.
Pull back and shoot.
And he had a lot of fun. And so you could do that with either a wheelchair or if you, just have trouble with your balance with standing.
Right. And you can sit on the chair.
Yeah.
Sit on the edge, sit anywhere.
Yeah.
But the one thing that he had a hard time doing was he never put his butt in the same
Being
spot.
consistent where he sat on the chair.
Yeah. Someone in the wheelchair
Would-
pretty much they be in the same spot all the time.
Yeah.
And then you just lower everything down and everything's identical and he just goes out and has fun.
Yeah. So yes, we believe that it
Pretty cool.
It can be done.
could definitely be done.
Yeah, right-handed or left-handed. This
Doesn't
works both
matter.
ways.
Both
You just flip. What you do is take this bar right here. Let me see here. Take this bar right here. Where am I there? This
Just
cross
slide
piece
it to
bar.
the other side.
Just loosen it and flip it to the other side.
Yeah.
And when I make this here for other people, not permanently, for those foot markers, locators,
Could be on either.
you just flip them over to the other side.
Mine are permanent because it's for me.
It's for her.
But you can make it
But-
so it's, adjustable.
The ones that I build for other people,
Mhm.
you just flip them over to the other side.
I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
So left-handed, right-handed, doesn't matter. One setup does them both.
Yeah.
Do you have to be blindfolded so everybody's equal?
So
Yes.
the rules say, well, it depends on the category that for visually impaired archery, there are two categories of blindness, in the blindness category. There's, the
Completely
B1.
Hmm.
So B1 is the, like the total to like light perception, maybe hand motion type of a thing. And they call that VI1 in archery. And then there's the one who have a B2 or B3 classification, and they combine those and they call them VI2/3. So everybody that's in the VI1 category does have to wear blackouts. Okay. Doesn't have to be a blindfold or sleep shades. It can be wraparound glasses that you just either paint
The inside
or use tape to black them out. That's what I use. And then the people that are in the VI2/3 category, they're visually impaired. They're legally blind, right? But they have some acuity. They can see their bow. They can see the sight type of thing. They don't have to wear blackouts. They can use the sight they have. They can't see the target. But if they go in that category, they don't have to wear the blackouts.
But I'm talking about you have to be
Now to qualify, I know when I was doing judo to qualify for the classification, we had to have certification from a doctor.
You do, yes. And so you would go to do that. You go through U.S. Archery, and if you're going to compete, you would become a member of U.S. Archery. It's a yearly, membership, and you would go through U.S. Archery. They have a national classification, which is there's paperwork that the doctor, the ophthalmologist, needs to fill out about your sight, and then they have one of their doctors that determine whether you fit in either of those categories. So that enables you to compete here in the United States. If you then want to compete internationally, you need an international classification. And so because you've done the paperwork already that's required by nationally, you're kind of halfway there, but you have to then go to an international classifier, which is usually at the tournament. Sometimes that Chicago tournament has had an international classifier for visually impaired, which is very nice. You can get your international classification there. Sometimes you have to go all the way to the World Championships to get that classification. And if you're a B1, archer, if you are totally blind or very limited, it's not a risky thing because you're going to get your classification. There have been some in the B2/3 categories who have gone all the way and not gotten classified, and that's a real shame because they've paid for their spotter and themselves, and now the international classifier didn't classify them. So, but that's kind of how that works right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, we've kind of run out of time, but we have enjoyed the time that you have given to us and demonstrated to us for You've done a wonderful job illustrating. I think you've made some of us more interested now in maybe trying archery
Good.
for the visually impaired. So,
It's it's got my interest up because there's an archery range like a half a mile from my house.
Perfect.
Well, do us a favor. Those
I've
who,
walked I've walked by it 3 or 4 times, but I've
Okay.
never gone over to it.
Okay.
and those who are interested in it, and if you have any kind of a trouble or if they don't understand what you want to do, please contact us, and we will talk
We
to
can help
the.
them understand that it is safe.
It is.
It is an accepted, technique, and it is safe for a
For visually impaired to do.
person to do.
But I would have to find a coach or a trainer.
You
wouldn't
would, but any coach who's willing, any coach that coaches sighted can coach you. You don't
Okay.
have to. It's just, and I have information that I've put together about coaching a blind archer, and
Good.
that I can help you out with. So,
Okay.
the things that are different, or that'll help somebody teach a blind archer, but there isn't any reason that a coach that coaches sighted people can't coach you. There's no reason why. It's just they need a little bit, more understanding about working with a blind person, and the
Right.
little nuances. There are a few
So
nuances.
just go. It's an outdoor range. Just go over there and talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. And you can show them, my website. And if you need more information,
They can call us.
that you can call us.
Right.
They can call us. We can help you out.
well, you
I'll
guys.
have all that information posted here for you guys.
That's my problem, finding somebody that has enough patience.
Yeah, that's.
'Cause
Yeah.
they gotta have lots of it.
Well, that's why I when I shoot, I enjoy it because I shoot too. So
Yeah.
my time on the range is her time on the range, but I do like coaching.
I'm really lucky.
I'm a level 3 coach in the United States, so
And that's the thing, is that Courtney can help out, with using FaceTime or or Zoom like this or whatever, and he can help out with giving pointers and
Right.
Yeah. Well, I've bow hunted for years, but just
There you
finding
go.
somebody that has patience
Yeah.
to sit with you and do it, and not being able to do it themselves.
Well, apparently,
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that keep in mind. If you're going to go to a range, and you have a place to shoot, if you have a friend, a spouse, a child, somebody who would be interested in trying it out, that's a big thing. Like Courtney said, we do it together. And I'm really lucky because he loves it, and it's something we do together. Once he gets me set up, we can do it together. So that person that goes with you or that is coaching you, can also shoot. They don't have
Yeah.
to not do.
earlier in our years, what I used to do is take Janice to the archery range, get her set up, and I strung that line back and forth. And I told her, I said, I'll be back after work.
Yeah, I was doing that when I was really practicing hard for world championships.
And then
And the archery range, let me, they trusted me and everything. And I didn't even need him there, and we have a friend in Wyoming. His mom goes and drops him off. She gets him aligned on the target, and she leaves, and she's gone for the day, and
Right.
he just stays there, and it's a club that he's part of, and he does it himself.
And you'll find out that a lot of people in archery, we call them the family of archery, they're very helpful.
It's surprising how, that's the neat thing about archery. Once again, we're not segregated. You don't have to go to tournaments for visually impaired. The category is there in the regular tournaments. So they have para and able body, as we call them, to all shoot together. And so there's no, it's very inclusive. It's a very
Your compound bow, is that a regular target for target bows?
They're target
It's not
bows,
like a
yeah.
hunting. It's not like a hunting bow.
You can use a hunting bow.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. You're not going to use their sight. Your sight's going to be
Yeah.
on there.
Right.
So,
No, just the target ones are a lot lighter. I know that.
you know what? If you can shoot the center out of the target using a hunting bow, then you should use the
It's
100.
just, it has to be no more than 45 pounds
40, yeah.
draw weight
Yeah.
for visually
Well,
impaired.
we're gonna wrap it up at this.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna
Any
wrap it up.
questions, email me,
Yeah.
text me.
Contact
call
us,
me.
please.
Yeah, please contact.
If
We can answer your
you want to have
questions.
another meeting like this, we're more than happy to do
Well,
this.
we'll certainly be asking you to come back again for that illustration, and we love your passion for archery. And again, I say you've encouraged and inspired a few of us. I think Dan and Doyle, and maybe even Harvey has a great interest in it. I don't think you can get me in that, but
Why not?
not yet. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Not yet. I
We'll
didn't say I
see.
wouldn't, but I said not yet.
Oh, you can do it.
Maybe we throw some shots out there, maybe some whiskey shots or something like that.
That won't help me. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, no temptation. No
You
temptation.
can do it. I started shooting when I was like 10.
Well, Dan, you're an outdoor person, and you've always have been. You're very active.
Yeah.
Very active. Very active. Where are you at, by the way, Dan? I think we didn't. What city again?
Well, I'm in West Central Wisconsin. I'm an hour and a half from Minneapolis.
Wow. There you go, Doyle. Somebody close to you down there.
There you go.
Okay. But anyway, we do
Nice
All
to
right,
want.
meet
guys.
you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, let the host let him take over from here.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up for you. Again, this has been Ray Morales, and I want to thank Janice and Courtney for being such gracious hosts tonight. And it's been amazing, you guys. Looks like we got some hunters out here that want to switch over to be target shooters.
There you go.
So you guys can contact me, and after this airs, you can find it on YouTube, and it'll be under Nbvo. So please do. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the recording off now. So thank you. Please come again next month, and we'll have another exciting guest.
Thank
for
you.
our Adaptive Rec Forum.
Thank you for coming on, Janice and Courtney.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
Everybody
Thank you
thump their
very
fingers for Janice and Courtney. Thump your fingers or something. Make them feel good.
Yeah.
They've done excellent. They've been
All right,
doing
let's give them a
super.
big hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Did an
All
right.
excellent job.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you very
bye-bye.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
Hey,
you guys.
Thank you.
take
Have a
care.
good evening.
Hey, see you guys next month.
Okay, no.
All right. Thank you. Anybody having any difficulty getting cut on, let me know. We'll hook you up, and or you know someone else who may be having difficulty getting on to our Zoom. Let me know. We'll get you hooked up. Okay. Invite a friend. Invite some friends. See you next month. Thank you again.
Good night.
Good night.